City, the kind of firm where people say the name and go, oh, and yeah, it pays well. My base salary is $1,000 a year, and I get a $75,000 bonus every December if I hit my hours. So on paper, my total comp is $1,000. I know, that sounds insane. And honestly, it kinda is. But I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly where all of it goes. And it's going to be a lot less glamorous than you think. I went to law school at Georgetown, graduated at 27, came straight to LA, started at the firm. I'm 4 years in now. I live alone in Beverly Grove. I drive a car I probably shouldn't have leased. And I'm sitting on $190,000 in law school debt that I think of.
Sheesh. Ay, ay, ay. We already off the bad start. 190 in student loans? No bueno. No bueno, mommy.
About every single morning when I wake up. So let's get into it. Okay, so $385,000 a year. Sounds incredible. Let me show you what actually hits my bank account. My salary is $310. That breaks down to $25,833 a month before anything is taken out. Now watch it disappear. First, my 401k. I'm maxing it out at $2,042 a month. That's $24,500 for the year. Pre-tax. Gone before I ever see it. Then FICA, Social Security and Medicare. That's another $1,400 a month. Federal taxes take $53.80. California state takes $18.75. And then California's disability insurance, SDI, takes another $336. No cap on that one anymore. Los Angeles doesn't have a city income tax, so that's the one break I get. After all of that, my post-tax monthly take-home for my salary is $14,790.
I say it once and I say it again. Taxes are evil, especially in LA, man. Crazy.
$14,790 from a $310,000 salary. That's a 43% pay cut before I've bought a single thing. Now, the bonus. 75,000 hits in December, but at my marginal rate, about 45% of it goes to taxes. So I actually keep around 41,250. When you spread that across the year, my total monthly take home, salary plus bonus averaged, is about $18,228. That's the real number. That's what I have to work with. Let's start with the stuff I have to pay, the non-negotiables. Rent, $3,200. I have a one-bedroom in Beverly Grove. It's not huge, it's not fancy, but it's mine, it's safe, and I can walk to the Grove. After billing 65 hours in a week, I need to come home to a place that feels good. I'm not apologizing for this one. Groceries, $400. I genuinely try to cook. I do a Sunday meal prep maybe 2 or 3 times a month. I buy nice ingredients because food is one of my love languages. But realistically, I eat maybe 10 meals a week at home. The rest of my food budget lives in a different category and we'll get to it. Utilities, $155. Electric, water, gas. Pretty standard for a one-bedroom. I keep it cold because I run hot from stress. Student loans, $2,500. Here's the big one. I owe $190,000 in federal loans from Georgetown. The minimum payment on my standard 10-year plan is about $2,200 a month.
Showing a 10-year plan. Oh boy.
I throw an extra $300 at the principal whenever I can. That's $2,500 a month going to Nelnet. When I write that check, I think about the fact that I could be renting a second apartment in this city for that money. Credit card debt.
All right. I'll tell you right off the bat. The main thing, she got to get rid of that student loan. That student loan is eating her up. And the moment once she get rid of that, I'm pretty sure she's going to be fine. But let's continue. Actually, I know she's going to be fine. She just need to get rid of that student loan, man.
At $0. I pay in full every month. I refuse to pay interest on top of 6.5% student loan interest. That's my one hard rule.
Nice. At least you're paying off her credit cards every month.
Investments, $1,025. I do a backdoor Roth IRA, $625 a month, because I make too much to contribute directly. And I put 400 into a high yield savings account, earning about 4.5% right now. That's my
Nice. You love to see it.
emergency fund plus my I might leave Big Law one day fund. Car, $925. I lease a BMW 3 Series. Before you come for me, I know. I could drive a Civic. But I got the lease when I was a second year feeling myself, and now I'm locked in for another 14 months. That's $540 for the lease, $185 for full coverage insurance, and $200 for gas commuting from Beverly Grove to Century City plus errands. Public transportation, $0. I drive everywhere. This is LA. Therapy, $200. I see a therapist every week. My insurance covers part of it, not all. After copays, it's about $200 a month. It's the best money I spend. When you're billing 2,200 hours a year and answering emails at midnight, you need someone to talk to who isn't also billing 2,200 hours a year. Parking, $150. My building has one spot included, but I pay for parking at the office on weekends, meters around the city, and the occasional valet because this is LA and apparently air has a parking fee. That's my responsible stuff. $8,555 a month on things I either have to pay or will be stupid not to. This is the lifestyle section, the stuff I don't technically need, but the stuff that keeps me from quitting every Tuesday. Eating out in restaurants, $1,200. When you leave the office at 10 p.m. 4 nights a week, you're not going home to make a stir fry. You're opening Postmates. When you're in the office at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, you're getting food delivered. And when you actually have a free Friday night, you're going to Bestia or John and Vinny's because you've earned it and you need to feel human again. $1,200 a month. I know. Travel, $400. I budget $400 a month, which adds up to about $4,800 a year. That covers 2 real trips, usually 1 domestic and 1 international, plus a few weekend getaways. When you work the hours I work, travel isn't a luxury. It's the only thing that reminds you the world exists outside a conference room. Gym and fitness, $260. Equinox, yes,
Damn.
I know, $260. And yes, I actually go, 4 times a week minimum. It's the only thing that keeps me from losing my mind. My therapist told me to keep going, so I'm going. Hair, $200. I go to a salon in Mid-City. Blowouts, trims, treatments. My hair is not low maintenance, and I've accepted that. Clothes, $500. I'm a corporate attorney. I wear suits, I wear nice dresses, I wear heels. This stuff is not cheap, and it wears out fast when you're in it 60 hours a week. Plus, and I'm being honest, I buy things when I'm stressed, which is always. Coffee, $200. I know this number is absurd, but between my morning Alfreds, the afternoon Verve run, and the late night drip coffee when I'm still in the office, it adds up. I've done the math and I'm choosing not to think about it. Subscriptions, $65. Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Spotify, The New York Times. I know I could cut some of these. I won't. Skincare, $3.
All right. The subscriptions, the Netflix, the Hulus. I'm pretty sure she don't watch half of the shows on those streaming platforms. And plus, she's a lawyer, so obviously she works a lot of hours. She could definitely cut back on those subscriptions.
$350. I do a monthly facial. I get my nails done every 2 weeks. I buy good skincare products, serums, SPF, the whole routine. I know this is where the comment section is going to roast me, but I also know that looking put together is part of how I'm evaluated at work. It's not in the job description, but it is. Total bonus spending, $3,175 a month. Here's where I get honest. Fun and random, $350. Concerts, Laker tickets when someone from the firm is sharing, dinners with friends that turn into 4-hour things. In LA, going out costs money. Even just existing on a Saturday costs money. I also have a bad habit of buying random things on Amazon at 2 a.m. after a 14-hour day. That's probably 100 of this. Alcohol, $200. I go out maybe once or twice a week on weekends. Drinks in LA are $16 minimum. A night out with 2 friends at a wine bar is an easy 90, and I keep wine at home for the nights I can't fall asleep because I'm thinking about a deal that's closing Thursday. Ubers, $250. If I'm going out on a weekend, I'm not driving. If I'm leaving the office at midnight, I'm not driving. $250 a month for rides, easy. Total irresponsible, $800. Honestly, I expected that number to be worse. Let me tell you where I actually stand. My 401k is at about 105,000. I've been maxing it out since year 1, and my firm matches 50% of the first 6% I contribute. That match adds about 9,300 a year for free. I have 45,000 in cash. That's my high yield savings. My emergency fund, my what if I quit fund, my what if the bonus doesn't come fund. And I have about 32,000 across my Roth IRA and a small brokerage account. So, total savings $182,000. And I owe $190,000 in student loans, which means my net worth after 4 years of making well over $250,000 a year is approximately negative $8,000. I'll say that again. I make $385 a year and my net worth is negative. So, the monthly math, after everything, responsible, bonus spending, irresponsible, I've got about $5,700 left over every month. That sounds like a lot. But here's where it actually goes. Most months, I throw an extra $2,000 to $3,000 at my student loan principal on top of the $2,500 I already pay. Whatever's left covers the months where my spending runs hot. A birthday dinner that turns into a weekend in Palm Springs, a work suit I didn't budget for, a vet bill for my mom's dog because somehow that's my problem now. The real saving happens when the bonus hits. Last December, I took that $41,000 and split it. $25,000 went straight to student loans. The rest went to savings and investments. That's how I've built up $182,000 in 4 years. It's not the paycheck doing it, it's the bonus. But here's the part nobody talks about. That bonus isn't guaranteed. It's technically discretionary. If the firm has a bad year, if I miss my billable target, if the economy tanks, that $75K could be $50. Or in a really bad year, $0. And my entire financial plan is built around it arriving in full. People are going to say I spend too much, and fine, the dining out, the Equinox, the BMW, the skincare, I see it. Yep. But I also work more hours than most people are awake. I miss birthdays, I miss weekends. I missed my best friend's engagement party because I was on a call with Singapore at 11 p.m. on a Saturday. The spending isn't random. It's the cost of staying sane inside a machine that will chew through you and spit you out if you let it. The plan is to make it to year 6. By then, my student loans will be under $100,000, my savings will be past $300,000, and I'll either make the push for partner, which is a whole different conversation, or I'll lateral to an in-house role at a tech company or a studio and take the pay cut in exchange for my life back. But right now, I'm billing 2,200 hours a year, paying $2,500 a month toward loans I took out at 24, and trying to remember the last time I went to the beach on a weekday. That's what $385,000 a year looks like.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong, with her budget. The main thing is the student loans. It's a student loan. She just gotta get rid of this. The moment she pay off her student loans, she'll be fine. She's already investing. She already sets up having a nest egg for retirement. That's fantastic. But the main thing is obviously is the student loans. She gotta get rid of the student loans. And yeah, I understand lawyers. I mean, they work crazy hours. They're stressed out. That's understandable. Maybe she could cut back on some of the irresponsible stuff, and also cut back on some of the bonus spending. Because she, like I said, she really needs to tackle that student loans with everything. No, if she gets a bonus, the whole bonus goes towards the student loans, in my opinion. But besides that, this is pretty good. Main thing is just her getting rid of that student loans. Once that's cleared up, she in good hands. But I think she gonna get there eventually. You know, she got a good system in place. I think she gonna be fine. She just gotta stay at it and just have paying off her student loans her main priority, in my opinion, and she'd be just fine. But everything else looks fine to me, you know. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you guys be safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.